Hi guys, and welcome back to another video Gaming with the Powers. I'm Jake, and to back or not to back, that is always the question if you are in the hobby of board gaming, alright? If you are not familiar with any of these videos I've done before, basically I will be looking at certain Kickstarter and game found page that have kind of piqued my interest, and I'll be talking about the game in general and saying some things I like about the game, some things I don't like. I will talk about, should you back the game? Do I think it's worth it for you? And am I going to be backing the game? Alright, my goal is to keep these videos under 10 minutes, guys. So in the previous videos, I've done an in-depth look at the Kickstarter page. Moving forward, I'm just going to do a quick synopsis, show you how the game is played, talk about some certain things, and then give you my recommendation. All right, today's game, guys, we have Survive, an elimination style party game. This is on Kickstarter right now. Let's go ahead and jump to the computer screen where we got the Kickstarter page pulled up, ready to go. All right, everybody, so we have Survive, an elimination style party game. The goal isn't to win, only to survive longer than the person next to you, okay? So this is about 6 days to go. 42 backers raised $7,192 out of 4,200. This game is coming to you from Survive the Game, okay? So the basic premise of this game is the goal is not only to survive, but kind of be the last person standing, right? So Survive is going to put you and your group in deadly scenarios, and everyone gets to determine who would die first and why. So all these different scenarios, like, is your group being stalked by a Komodo dragon? Who's going to die first? Will it be the clumsy friend? Will it be the out-of-shape friend? How is that going to work? So there's a bunch of different scenarios that they have here that involve crime, environment, film, history, medical, paranormal, political, religion, workplace, and special, okay? Each of these editions has 50 deadly scenarios for a total of 500 cards to throw your friends and family under the bus, or for your friends and family to throw you under the bus. All right, so how is the game played, guys? So what's gonna happen is you're gonna create this little score pad or a scorecard with everybody that's playing and give them 25 lives, okay? Then what's going to happen, I believe, is, let me scroll down, I believe everybody's going to get 3 cards, right? So players have 25 lives, you're designated a scorer/timekeeper, you're going to shuffle and deal 3 cards to each player, 6 if you're playing with multiple editions. The oldest will play a scenario card. Everyone is in this scenario, including the reader, okay? And then everyone is going to simultaneously point to who would die first, okay? The accused can try to change the accuser's mind to pick someone else, and you have 2 minutes for the voting, okay? So again, some of these scenarios are going to range from you are an airline attendant to an international flight and have found both pilots dead in the cockpit. What would you do? You're a nuclear sub-key holder ordered to launch a missile where a terrorist may be hiding. The site is a school with kids. Failure to execute will result in death by firing squad. So you're going to have a bunch of crazy different scenarios. You have become deathly allergic to your favorite food. Who would not be able to survive? And basically what's going to happen is y'all are all going to point to each other and try and debate. And it says you're going to deduct the lives of every accusation. You're going to deduct lives. Every accusation is a life lost for the person pointed at. You're going to repeat clockwise, and play will continue until either one player has 0 lives or there is only one survivor you will choose, okay? And so that is basically the premise of the game here. So let's take a look at the couple editions. So each edition comes with 53 scenario cards and rule cards for each of them, okay? The special edition, the cards are going to be a little more flashy with different pictures and things like that. So, you know, they got the crime, the politics, the medical, the religion, the history, the environment, the film. We got the workplace, paranormal, and let's get to the rewards now, right? So we're talking reward number 1 is tier 1. You're getting film, medical, and history plus the scorecard for $60, all right? That's the tier 1. Tier 2, you get crime, politics, environment, plus score pad for $60. Tier 3, paranormal, workplace, religion for $60. Tier 4, you get the special edition for $60 plus with a scorecard. And then if you want all the above, it's going to run you $150. All right, guys, so that is Survive, an elimination style party game that is on Kickstarter right now. So let's kind of take a look and dive into the game and let you know my thoughts and should you back and am I backing, right? The first thing that I think you guys might like and I kind of like about the game is, number 1, it's a party game, right? I feel like sometimes in the hobby of board gaming, we are always searching for a very good party game that sometimes when we have a dedicated game group, right? But sometimes we get a lot of people, a lot of friends over, and so we need to have a good party game. And so this looks like it could be able to fill that niche for 3 to 10 players, and it's going to have a fun time because everybody's going to kind of be involved. The second thing that looks kind of cool is just the uniqueness of the game in general, where you're having these packs of cards essentially, and each card is going to have 50 scenarios, right? So that's a whole lot of scenarios, and like I can't imagine what some of these scenarios are and how crazy they can be. And so it's gonna be a unique thing where this scenario comes out and you and a bunch of friends are gonna be able to debate it and see who's gonna be able to survive or not. All right. For me, those are really the only two things that I find are positive. So let's go ahead and go to the other side of the coin. The most glaring and obvious thing here being the price point is probably what is going to detract me from the game and maybe might detract you. Is this is $60 for getting 3 bundles. So I think you're getting 1,500 cards, right? There's 50 scenarios, 500 cards in a box. And so you would get 3 boxes. Let me double check, right? So each edition has 50 scenarios for a total of 500 cards, okay? So you're getting 3 boxes in a pledge, all right? And so you're really getting 1,500 cards over 150 scenarios, but for $60 to really just be getting cards, that's kind of tough, even with the artwork as good as it is. So really that's a hard price point to swallow, right? Because for $60 you can back a lot of other games with like deluxe components and things like that, all right? And for a party game, that price is kind of high. The second hesitation I have about this game, guys, is how quickly this game is going to get old, all right? And what I mean by that is, yeah, I can see the first couple of times you play this game, you're going to have fun, like, trying to point fingers and say, well, no, there's no way you'd be able to survive. There's no way I'd be able to survive, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, after a while, it's gonna kind of, I can see it kind of getting old and kind of mellowing out. Like, this might be a party game you really only play once or twice in a session or a night, because after a while I can see people, again, I can see it just getting old if you guys are kind of pointing fingers and stuff like that. The next thing is, I kind of wish there was a little bit more involvement in the actual scenarios themselves, right? Other than just pointing fingers and saying like, oh man, like this person's dead. What I kind of wish they would have done is give you choices of different actions that you could take, right? Or something along those lines where you could pick an action rather than just saying like, hey, like, I think this person's gonna die, so you're eliminated, right? I think what they should have done is they present you with a scenario, and then you have to make a choice. Like, they give you like 4 or 5 different answer choices. How would you approach this scenario? And then, based upon your answer choice, would determine whether you lived or died or not, right? So, like, the airplane pilots are both dead. So option A, you fly the plane yourself. Option B, you do this. C, you do this, right? And then you as a person pick that option, and then, okay, if you picked answer A, that was the correct choice, you survived. Answer B, that was the wrong choice, you guys all died, right? I kind of wish they had done that with the game. Now, that might have been a heck of a lot more work, but that's kind of where I wish this game was going, and that's kind of what my hope with that. All right, so that's kind of what I liked about it. What are my hesitations about the game? So should you back this game? I'm going to say this is a pass, guys. For $60 for an elimination style party game, I just think there's a lot of other good party games out there for 3 to 10 players that you can get significantly cheaper for like $20, maybe $25, rather than paying $60 and backing this game. Plus, I can see this game coming out and being, you know, cheaper, maybe 40 or 50, or maybe just selling like the individual packs of 500 cards for maybe like 20 or 25 bucks. I can see that happening with this game. And so I think here for $60, I think this is a pass, all right? Am I backing this game? Nope. I'm not backing this game, guys. Again, for the main reason being a price point here at $60. I don't think it's worth it paying $60 for a elimination game. This does sound interesting though, but I will be more open to see if they do come out with the individual boxes of how, what is the price point of those boxes, and maybe picking up one of those boxes boxes and just trying it. But all right, guys, well, that is my thoughts and opinions on the Kickstarter game Survive, an Elimination Style Party Game. Hope you enjoyed this content. As always, guys, go ahead and hit that like button to help me out. Go ahead and leave a comment. Are you interested in this game, or have you already backed it? And as always, if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel, guys, so we can keep bringing you more awesome content. All right, y'all have a great one. Bye.